Hello, my name is Jay and I'm with Technology Training and Usability Service at the university. This short video will provide a brief overview of the email migration process. In this video, GopherMail refers to the centrally managed email service at the University of Minnesota. You may be accessing GopherMail any number of ways, via the web client, a desktop email application like Outlook, Thunderbird, or Apple Mail, or via your smartphone. Regardless of how you access GopherMail, the migration process is the same. In essence, the migration is simply the process of moving all of your mail from the GopherMail servers to the Gmail servers. All of your folders will be recreated as labels in Gmail, so your organization scheme should be the same. From an institutional perspective, email migration is a phased process. Departments are enabled based on a schedule. You will receive an email from either Central IT and/or AHCIS letting you know when your account has been enabled for the move to Gmail. The email message will have important information about the state of your email account with respect to migrating, so please read through the message carefully. When you are ready, follow the directions to the Gmail sign-up page. A compatibility test will be run on your GopherMail account. Here is the list of reasons why an email account would not be ready to be migrated. If your account has any of these issues, information and instructions on next steps will be shown on the compatibility page. If your account passes the compatibility test, you will be directed to read through the acceptable use policies and be required to check the 3 boxes at the bottom and click the Submit button. A confirmation appears letting you know that the migration will shortly commence. During this short time, you can continue to use GopherMail as you normally do. You will receive an email informing you that your Gmail account has been created. At this point, all new incoming mail will be delivered to Gmail. The migration is a message-by-message process. The robots will grab a message from GopherMail and send it to Gmail. When Gmail acknowledges the transfer was successful, the message will be removed from GopherMail. This may seem arduous, but being robots, they can process many messages per second and do not get bored by repetitive tasks. The most recent 30 days of messages in the inbox, sent, and trash are immediately transferred to Gmail. This step should only take a few minutes. Because all new email will be arriving in Gmail and your most recent mail is there, you should be using Gmail. You can still access your GopherMail account if you need to retrieve an old message or research information. The rest of your mail will be transferred from GopherMail to Gmail. A label will be created in Gmail for every folder that exists in GopherMail, and all of the mail in a folder will be moved to the corresponding label in Gmail. The length of the migration will vary greatly based on the amount of mail a person has. If you've only been at the university for a week, then the process should be nearly instantaneous. If you've been here for decades and are a heavy user of email, the process will take considerably longer. It could take a couple of days in extreme cases. When I migrated, I chose to do so at the end of the workday. This allowed the robots to work on my account all night while I slept, and the next day I started using Gmail. All but the oldest mail was there for me. Near the end of the process, you will receive one of 2 messages, either an all done message or a message letting you know some mail couldn't be migrated. In the early days of email, there were very few rules on what could be sent. Attachments could be any size and virus could be embedded in messages. If a message has a virus attached, Google will not accept it. When I use GopherMail, I often would copy messages to multiple different folders. Google will accept the original message, but will reject the duplicate copies. At the end of migration, you will receive a message letting you know what messages failed to migrate. You can access these messages in GopherMail. If it's a message with a large attachment, you could choose to download it to your computer. After 30 days, any messages you leave in GopherMail will be deleted, and your account will be cleared. The 30-day cleanup window begins at the completion of the migration process, when you receive that message letting you know there were messages that couldn't transfer. On the other hand, if there were no problems transferring your mail, you will receive an all-done message and your GopherMail account will be closed. If you have any questions or concerns, please contact either your local IT support or technology help, or OneHelp. Thank you very much.